All right. There we go. Now we've got it all moving here. Let me make sure everything is up and running as it should be. Just give me one moment here, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Perfect.
All right. Let's try that again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Daytona. I'm Mike Taylor up here in the booth alongside Dakota LaRue. We got a lot of action going on. Today is round number 1 of the chase for the championship. So let's go ahead and take a quick moment here. And let's show the results. Something. Give me anything. I swear SDK is just not liking me here today.
Yeah, I've been having a few issues myself with SDK today, but it's no big deal. I did have an update on mine. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
No, I updated mine yesterday. But that's not too much of a worry because it's just a couple clicks and a couple hits. And
Ooh.
let's go ahead and.
I just seen a GTP car completely obliterated GT3. That is very unfortunate.
Definitely very unfortunate for them for sure. Oh, now you're going to pop up. I see the way you are. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Kensley Smith, he is on top of the leaderboard. Barry Nelson, Andrew Teft, Aaron Roth, Jonathan Stidham, Terry Fennell, Ryan Warp, Timothy Eisburn, Rob Yost, Jack Kelly, Steve Vest, and Steve Cassell are going to be your drivers that are running for the championship here today, or for this, not today, but for the next couple races here. Um, but with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look here at our starting lineup for tonight's event.
Yeah, while you're getting that pulled up, I will say if you're interested in keeping up with the chase drivers, they will be highlighted in blue tonight, I believe.
Yes, they will be highlighted in blue. So Ryan Warp, Steve Sizemore, Steve Vest, Joe Bonner, Aaron Rowland, Matt Metler, Timothy Eisburn, Kyle Hess, Terry Fennell, Richie Joplin, and you're going to continue to see all the other names come through down at the bottom as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing right here at Talladega Superspeedway. And the green flag is out right here at Talladega for round number 1.
I really need to learn how to get that starting grid you have. I really like it, man. But these drivers are coming through 1 and 2 this time. Still side by side. Pretty good restart on the outside line there by a couple of these guys. I believe it's going to be Ryan Warp in the 45 machine on the outside.
Yeah,
Or is
right.
that Steve Sizemore? That's Sizemore, my
Nope,
bad.
yep. So Ryan Warp in that number 45, he is down on the inside as you see Sizemore and Bonner working really well together here early on.
So I believe now that people have had more time with the draft package here, the racing should be a little better with the trucks than it was last time. But I still think that middle to outside lane is going to be pretty dominant today. But we'll have to see as the race unfolds here.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, this new package, you know, it's definitely something, that's for sure. As you see these drivers whip it through. Why is that all? Let me guess, it changed it.
I don't know what you're talking about, so. Making sure my Discord is muted and my microphone. Yep. All right. Had to double check my side to make sure it was.
Alright, and in chat, we've already got people hollering and screaming out there. Let's go, Steve Vest. Let's go, Sizemore. absolutely love it when our fans come in here and join us. You know, that inside lane is actually starting to form itself up pretty well there. I'm actually very surprised.
Yeah, they're doing a wonderful job, but that middle lane isn't really coming down the side drafting very great necessarily either. And it kind of seems like they're having a little bit of trouble getting on each other's bumpers and deciding who they want as a leader, which was the issue we seen last time, I believe, at Daytona, as I believe we were at Talladega today. And I mean, if they don't get this figured out, it's going to be a one-lane track the entire race, especially with this new package. I mean,
there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't mind refreshing your channels for me, and the resolution, everything on that should get 10 times better, as the field will come flying down the back straightaway now. So, you know, it's actually very interesting to see, you know, back in that 6th spot is our first chase contender, Timothy Eisner.
yeah, but a lot of the people that are in the chase are people that tend to start out more towards the middle and back and wait for the chaos to happen and get a good finish. In most cases, I believe. But there are a couple of these guys that stay up front almost the entire time. So, I mean, both strategies work out. It really just depends on where the wreck happens, because, you know, there's always going to be a big one, especially when it comes to super speedway racing. And most times, as we are 3 wide, I believe about 6th, or where is that, about the 8th place back maybe?
Right, we're sitting with Barry Nelson in that number 28 at the moment. We have an outside group starting to make their way up towards the front here. And that's Truth Hook in that number 55 being pushed by Aaron Roth in that number 57 machine.
Yeah, and they were making up really good ground in that 3rd lane, but I believe Truth Hook might have got into the wall just a little bit and it absolutely killed their momentum, but they are starting to make a bigger run here again. And to just be 2 trucks in that 3rd lane, they're doing a really phenomenal job right now.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely holding their own now as they pick up another driver that goes up top of the ball. That's that number 89 of Richie Joplin. You know, Richie is known for how to get around a super speedway. So, I mean, we've talked with him a couple times already this season. So, no surprise up here. And, you know, we have to say his name. Okay, Dakota.
Joe Hendry.
No. Close, but no. You know, it's that driver up in that 3rd spot right now.
Nah, we can't say his name. He'll wreck.
Matt
Mailer doing a wonderful job today. Currently sitting P3. I believe he qualified in the top 4 too as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he started roughly up front. You could actually take a look here. He started in the 6th spot, worked his way up to 3rd already. So really good run here for Matt Metler early on. Joe Bonner in that number 53 machine. He's absolutely killing it right now. Steve Sizemore in that 08 machine. You know, we normally see Steve Sizemore start near the back of the field, but believe it or not, he started 2nd today, which is
and
that's huge.
He normally go ahead, yeah. He normally has really good speed too, especially at these super speedways, but he always gets caught in something. So honestly, him starting up here in the front is not a bad thing for him at all, as this is going to allow for him to kind of avoid some of the situations that's going on behind him.
Yeah, for sure. As we jump on board now here with Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine. Yeah, he's just been hanging out up in that 4th spot, not really trying to do anything with it just yet, as we are only working lap 8 of 75.
Woo! Did you see that car in front of him getting all over the place, giving it a little wiggle waggle?
Absolutely.
And, you know, I'd like to give Matt Mailer a hard time, but I will be a little serious here. This dude runs a lot of super speedway races. That is kind of his cream of the crop, as you'd call it, I guess, in a sense. So He is pretty good at super speedways when he wants to be.
Oh yeah, for sure. Good look.
Hey, Kinsley Smith making his way up through the field now. I believe he's leading that outside lane there in that 15 machine.
Yeah, he's got
No
help.
surprise there.
Yeah, no surprise whatsoever, as we do have a Richie Joplin making his way up behind him as well, pushing him towards the front. And behind them, we got Austin Sale in that number 300 machine, technically, but showing 24.
Yeah, Austin Still's another really good driver who I think could potentially be in the playoffs right now, but I think he got a late start to the season, if I
Yes.
remember correctly.
Yep, this is Austin's maybe 4th week with us, I believe.
Yeah, and he's done pretty good every week he's been here, so.
Oh, yeah. You know, the biggest thing for Austin is, you know, he needs to finish the race. You know, he's good, but he always finds some way to get caught up in other people's messes. And, you know, if he can work through that today, I think that's going to put him, you know, as a really good contender to win the race today.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm watching my driver for the Daytona Discord. If you can't do it, it's fine. I'll just end my stream.
All right. We're back live. So confused on what is going on.
Yeah, it seems like your OBS does not like streaming for Racers Elite, because I do not have any other issues with you at any time. It's so crazy, and I don't understand why. Like, you're not doing anything any different than you normally do.
I'm really not, and it's like it's mind-boggling, you know, on what could my problem be. I don't know. I think I have some kind of curse going right now with Racers Elite, but you know what? Here comes Austin Sale trying to get a run on the outside. Steve Sizemore tried to get in front, but it didn't work out for him as they come through the tri-oval. They touch on the inside. Sale and
we got
Bonner.
3-wide action.
Yep, and here comes that 10 machine of Kirby Wainscott trying to make a run on the outside. And coming with him, it's going to be that 55 of Truth Hope, along with that number 57 of Aaron Roth. So those guys are trying to make a run on the outside now.
And these three work together all the time. As you see them getting a little wiggly in that third lane, Truth Hope almost getting into the wall. But I will like to say, Kinsley Smith taking over the point here. I believe we did miss that just a moment ago. So it does show that outside lane can work. Andrew Tetoffing up to the third line to try to help out there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. As your front, maybe 10 are now single file until you get back to right about Austin Sale. Yeah, so in that 9th spot, he's running side by side with Kyle Hess, and right behind him, they've got Barry Nelson in that number 28. You know, Barry Nelson, he knows how to push a driver towards the front.
You know, I know we're doing this a different way than we do normally, but one good thing is if something does happen with your broadcast, I will definitely do.
Yeah, right?
So, might not actually be a bad idea.
Yeah.
So,
whoa,
you know,
big wobble there out of Sale. There's a stack up behind him, and now they're going to run 3 wide. Back right about that 14th spot. Back where Sale kind of got loose there, and that's going to leave Truth Hope to high and dry out on the top lane there.
Yeah, and this Murica Tees 200 is absolutely been ecstatic so far. We've been seeing a lot of wiggles, a lot of 3-wide action, and not a single caution yet, and we're already 14 laps in.
Oh, you bite your tongue. Yeah, really good group of racers here today as we're working lap number 14 of 75, as these drivers are up here in turns 3 and 4, and now they're not single foul up front anymore, as Joe Bonner in that number 53, he's starting to make his way up towards the front, getting help from that number 66 of Aaron Rowland. So far today is going to be a really good points day. If the race were to finish right here for Kensley Smith, as they're looking to go 4 wide behind them, big wobbles. One truck all the way down on the inside. I believe that's the one of Steve Casil.
I don't blame him at all after that.
Yeah, I think he saw what was going on. He's like, no, I'm not happy. I'm pulling out of here. But now there is a separation formed just a little bit here between 6th and 7th. But with them still being within 1 second, they're just going to suck up right back to the back bumper here.
Yeah, and we still got about 3 trucks on that outside lane trying to get something to work. It looks like we're going to have 2 more hop up here, so it's going to be 5 on the outside. And I just want to take a moment to go back to YouTube chat here. We got a Let's Go Ryan Wharton, good luck, brother, from Sean Harris. John Wyatt in here saying Navy Joe Coffee in the house. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. We do this every week, and there's multiple races throughout the week for anyone that's in here watching.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, we broadcast Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then we usually have surprise, you know, streams Saturdays. We'll be back next month on Sunday mornings for starting with the full-length Daytona 500 at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. And that's, again, next month. You know, and then we also do surprise races on Monday, so always keep your eyes open. We're always doing something as we have a battle between Steve Sizemore and Kensley Smith for that top 5. And Sizemore, he will lead that lap.
Yep, that outside lane finally getting formed up and making a really hard charge up there. As we said earlier, that outside lane is just so dominant now with the new draft package. And I mean, look at it as you see Sizemore got around. It looks like the 24, which AKA the 300 here of Sale is going to be able to get around as well. Potentially even Roth here in that 57 machine.
Yeah, these guys definitely, you know, giving it all they have today. And that is something that we absolutely love right here on Racers Elite, powered by iRacing.
Aaron Roth in the 57 Doritos machine. That's a new paint scheme. I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen that one on him just yet, yeah.
Actually, a couple of guys running some new paint schemes today. I believe the Sales in a new car, which is a 24 throwback paint scheme in a sense. Yeah, that's the Bugs Bunny paint, Looney Tunes paint scheme. I believe that was Gen 6, maybe? Gen 6 car or something?
Yeah, Joe Bonner. Is that Joe? Yeah, the 53, Joe Bonner. He's actually up in a new paint scheme as well, with rocking off the top there.
Yeah, a couple. I mean, some really nice paint schemes throughout the field this week. Very surprised at a lot of people changed because Racers Elite, they typically stay in the same paint scheme.
Yeah. You know, I also noticed Drew Boken at number 55 last week. He changed over to a Java Monster Energy paint scheme versus his normal AC Delco truck that he normally runs. So a lot of drivers, you know, trying something different, and you know, either way, all the trucks are looking absolutely gorgeous out there today at Talladega.
Yeah, we're still side-by-side racing at the moment. Actually, the inside line doing a pretty decent job at keeping that outside at bay, but I believe the 53 of Bonner is going to be able to get a run here and potentially drop to the inside if he wants to on this front stretch, but we'll have to see.
Bonner, he'll take over the race lead this lap. And let's see if he'll stay up there with Aaron Rowland, or is he going to drop down? No, as of right now, he's going to stay right up top there with Rowland in that 66 machine as they roll out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And now your top side is clear by just about 3.5, 4 trucks. And Truth, Hope, Roland, and Bonner, they will all drop down as we have one truck dropping all the way towards the back of the field now.
Yeah, and I believe, you know, the pit window should be within the next, what, 10, maybe 15 laps here, as we're already working lap 21 out of 75 for today's event.
Yeah, I believe the fuel window is usually between 23 to 27 with the percentage of fuel that they run. So we're definitely looking for them to come in here within the next 3 laps. I'm sorry, within the next 10 laps, I should say. So, I mean, it's all going to find out what happens here as they come down the back straightaway now.
And I know it's a soft topic, but I'm currently racing in a Daytona 24 right now, and since I have left to come broadcast, there has been about 300 wrecks. I don't know what happened in the time I went from spotting to broadcasting, but they're just wrecking everywhere.
Okay, but the question is your team wrecking? Oh, trouble! Here at Daytona, Matt Mettler's around, Sizemore's around, Hess is around, that number 21 machine, Robert Morris is around, Kevin Haas.
Someone call the meter mags. We got a parking lot on the front stretch.
Absolutely. And that all started back with Matt Mettler getting turned. As they come out of the corner here. That's not a really good view. Yeah, so Matt possibly... so that 38 stuck his nose underneath Matt, got into Sizemore, and that absolutely just turned Matt Mettler around. Mettler's truck trying to go airborne, but not able to get lifted up off the ground. Kyle Hess pounds into the outside wall, and unfortunately that number 21 truck of Robert Morris just a victim of circumstance. Let's go ahead and go back and take a look at it one more time, full speed here.
Yeah, unfortunate though. I mean, just looks like a checkup going wrong, honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Really good heads-up driving by a couple people to cut through the grass there to avoid all that, especially that being, I believe, 2 chase drivers.
Yeah.
But luckily, most of these drivers do have 1 fast repair, so if they have too much damage, they will be able to get the fast repair, but afterwards they'll have to try to be careful here. But just to update you, we are currently running P6, about 15th overall.
Awesome.
Yeah, so not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. For Juliet, or Julie Thompson, welcome in. Let's go Sizemore. Good luck.
Sizemore has been doing pretty decent today, for the most part, so. I like your new pit camera. I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Yeah.
Did you get some new cam packs there?
I did. Which comes from Whiplash Sim Cams.
Nice, nice.
Oh, so many beautiful looking paint scheme or pit cams here. Yeah, probably.
All right, another update from YouTube chat. Get a top 3, number 92 of Osborne from Shaco LLC. Speaking of Osborne, I believe he is probably rocking a Shaco LLC here paint scheme.
Yeah, that's
as he normally does.
There it is, right there.
Always, you know, his is more of a simple, but it is a very pleasing paint scheme. It's the word I'm looking for. It's not like over the top.
It's not busy.
Yeah, it's not busy. It's sleek. It's clean. That's the kind of paint schemes I like.
Oh yeah.
But first caution of the day here, and we should be getting ready to re-rack them and stack them and be going back green flag racing very shortly here. What's your thoughts on the race so far?
Man, the race has been absolutely phenomenal. You know, definitely, I mean, we just got done running a good almost 22, 23 laps before that first caution came out. So, I mean, these guys were getting ready to come down pit road anyway. So, that caution probably saved all that headache of trying to do a green flag pit stop. But, man, let me tell you what, the race has been absolutely great. And these guys definitely been giving each other a lot of room.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. It has absolutely been phenomenal. We've already had 3, even 4 wide racing at some points here. I'm honestly very surprised that was our first caution, but these drivers are just doing a really good job tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, sir, I don't think that's how you take the bus stop, whoever that was. All right, back to the trucks here.
Yeah, so for anybody that is watching, that is running the Daytona 24 this weekend, you guys have a bunch of good luck. Have fun. I will be out for my race tomorrow morning at 7 p.m. Or I'm sorry, 7 a.m. I'll be starting, so got a lot of redemption from last year that I got to do, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be running from about 5 a.m. to I believe 9 a.m. So should be a lot of fun there.
Oh, 4 hours.
Yep, I'm gonna try to get all of it done, or as much of it done as I can at one time. I believe I'm gonna have to hop back in for another hour though. Not 100% sure on that.
Nah, you're good.
I think we have about 5 drivers, so if you split it up, it's about 4.8 hours apiece. So a couple of people will have to run 5, a couple will have to run about 4.
Yeah, I mean, but it also does bases on pretty much on laps as well. So I think for you,
That is
I
fair.
think you would need to run at least maybe 30, 35 laps in order to meet fair share. But you can definitely keep an eye on that as the race goes on. And if you don't know how, I'll tell you uh, if we get another caution. But ladies and gentlemen, Joe Bonner, Truth Hope, and that number 53, 55 respectively is going to bring the field into the restart zone here on the front stretch. And we are green flag racing once again here at Talladega. Joe Bonner out to a very big lead as that outside lane, those 3 cars are getting themselves formed up already. Know that 300 of Austin Sale, he will jump down and go on the inside of Hope, and that's going to bring Barry Nelson to the outside right behind Truth Hope. And now we got 4 trucks on the outside, and now they're going to run side by side with Terry Fennell in that 50 for that 5th spot.
And I can't necessarily blame Sale for hopping down like that, as you know, it does take the outside lane a little bit to get formed up here, especially on actual restarts versus the very first green flag, as we do go in the box after the first green flag. So the inside line typically does get a better jump here, but he is able to get back to the outside, but he chose to get back on the inside. Actually, I'm very surprised about that one.
Yeah, so Aaron Rowland, he jumped up, and then Sale was going to try to go with him, but I don't think he would have been able to get it clear, as here they come flying around the outside up in turns 1. Side by side up there for that 2nd spot. Rowland gets a little bit sideways, but Truth is staying right there on his back bumper. And now these 2 lanes are going to drag race down the back straightaway. And right now it's Truth by a truck length. Truth Hope doing a phenomenal job out front. Whoa! Big move by Rowland. I was about to say Truth Hope doing a phenomenal job out front here, pushing Rowland to the front as Rowland came down right in front of Bonner. Almost not fully clear, but man, that, I don't know about you, but that kind of gave me the scare there.
At the end of the day, we didn't have another parking lot, so it'll be all right for right now. Just gonna have to be a little more careful there, as that will definitely cause an issue.
Yeah, definitely for sure. As we now got Barry Nelson in that number 50. Barry Nelson in that 28, right there behind that 55 of Truth Hope, as they will now fly down.
Okay, I need to go check something right quick. All right, that's good. Go back. If my phone would cooperate, I'm trying to pull up the YouTube chat again.
Sorry about that. So that outside lane is kind of starting to separate themselves just a little bit here. And it looks like we've got Kensley Smith making his way back up on the top side there with Robert Morris. Morris, he was involved in that first incident, getting tagged as he was almost completely clear. He's already worked his way back up now to that 8th spot and still pushing forward here with hope. And Joe Bonner is all over the back bumper of that number 66 to roll in on the inside there, not letting him, have a chance to lift at all. He's like, no, you're going to keep your foot in it, and we are going. And Aaron Roth is going to come up right behind him now, along with Austin Saber.
Yeah, but that outside line is starting to get the momentum up here. They're not necessarily lined up as good as the inside, but once they get together and start using that side draft, I do see that 55 machine of Truth Hope going right to the lead here.
Yeah, definitely. And that's definitely going to be very interesting to see how this outside lane is going to perform later on in this race. Maybe they can get something moving up top, and who knows?
Ooh, we're scattering.
Yeah, as they are going to go ahead and take it up 3 wide now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It kind of looked like we had a little bit of a checkup on the inside, then all of a sudden we were 3 wide there. And it looks like that 24, which that is not the 24. Who is that? The 21 machine. Sorry about that. They're going to be able to fall back in line on that outside there. But they did lose quite a few positions.
Yeah, Robert Morris fell all the way back to that 17th spot. And he will go all the way back to the tail end of the pack, along with and tag on to Kirby Wainscott in that number 10 machine. So we've got a 4-truck pack back here, consisting of Trevor Fettig, Kyle Hess, Steve Sizemore, and Matt Metler all hanging out back here. No, Matt's all by himself.
Yeah, not to tell the other 4 what to do, but I think if they get in a single file, they definitely have a lot better chance to get through that lead pack there.
That they would. We head up here through the tri-oval to complete lap number 30. As we're going to start working lap number 31 as they climb up here into the makings of turns 1 and 2. Oh, trouble! Hold on to it. What a save, Richie. Let's go back and take a look at that save. And we're going to ride on board with him for this. Look how sideways he gets. Woo!
No, that was a very close call there for him. Hell of a job to save that, as he almost ate the outside wall very hard.
Yeah, definitely, definitely crazy. I don't know how the heck he saved that. But as we come back up here to our race lead, that number 24, aka 300 of Sales, trying to make his way back to the front. Getting a good push there by Truth Hope. Oh, he's getting loose and gone up the track. Truth Hope gets hit from behind, goes up the track. And that's going to stack up that outside lane, slow their momentum. But here comes Ryan Warpin, that number 45, making his way to get right behind Truth Hope. Not able to get down, but Aaron Roth, he will jump up in front of Austin Sale in that number 24 300 truck, as the bottom lane is now starting to pull away between the 4th and 5th drivers down on the inside there. But they will go ahead and get themselves back in order, and now that outside lane is starting to fall back. I think we just witnessed about 3 car accidents there that last couple laps, and man, they were able to keep it straight. really good driving by all these drivers out here so far today, as they are working lap number 33 down the back straightaway. The outside lane is stalled currently on the outside of that number 1 machine of Steve Cassell, as they will fly out of turn number 4 now, and they're just not able to make any run anymore on that outside lane. It's kind of like they hit a brick wall or something out there, as they're just having struggle, pulling themselves forward, as they're not in a really good straight line going through the tri-oval at the moment.
Yeah, definitely looking like a couple people wanting to run slightly different lines, honestly, in my mind here.
And that pack before, back in the back, they're still running side by side, so they're still losing a lot of time on the race leaders here as they head back up here into turns 3 and 4. A little bit close of contact there between Cassell and Hoke, as you see that number 45 going all the way up top 3 wide, going to the back of that middle lane now.
And just a little update from YouTube again. We do have 2 new chats. We got Jordan saying, let's go Roland and Bonner. And we got, I believe, Chloe saying, let's go, you got this, Osmore.
Welcome in, everybody. So glad that you guys are enjoying your Friday evening with us here on Racers Elite. So far, you guys, this has been a really good race. That outside lane has not been able to move forward maybe the last 6-7 laps now, and they are still falling back right now, back to that 8th spot. So I think they need to get somebody else out front, because they're just continuing to move backwards.
I will say I have noticed Sale is all like getting really close to the back bumper of the guy in front of him, but it looks like the 55 of Truth Hoke is getting really close to his back bumper as well, and that might be causing some of the issues with some of the drivers not being able to hold a proper line there, because you do know, three trucks bumper to bumper typically does cause for them to get a little scattery there.
Yo! That was good handwork out of that 98 machine of Andrew Teft. We're going to come back and we're going to take another look at this. Yeah, so I don't know what happened there to that 57, but he came down definitely not clear. And hold on to it, Andrew Teft. Oh man, look at those quick hands. And then you have those couple drivers go down and off the track just in case. Man, that was absolute beautiful driving there. And you know what? This is a great way to start off the first race of the chase, as these drivers are definitely trying their best to keep it green and clean here. And this is a whole different set of guys, Dakota. I don't know if we know these drivers now.
Yeah, typically, I mean, they're racing pretty easy around this point in the race, but right now it don't look like anyone's really holding anything back. And I would like to say, you get one of the most leagues in the league owner to might race, but they're not the best. But Andrew Teft, on the other hand, if you give him the truck, he's going to find a way to try to get himself to the front. He definitely is not no slouch or pushover. That was a really good save out of him there.
Yeah, definitely a really good save. And right now, Terry Fennell in that 50 machine, he is our current highest chase driver. So he's doing something right in that Grizzly number 50 machine. Keeping himself nice, cool, calm, and collected. As that outside lane is once again starting to form, thanks to Austin Sale in that number 24 300 truck. And he's still getting a good push there from Truth Hope. You know, so as you were talking about, you know, the 3 trucks getting all lining up there before Teft had that amazing save, you know, there's a saying in NASCAR, don't push the pusher.
Exactly.
You know, so
And go ahead.
so when that second car is right there on that back bumper of that 24 machine, you don't want to be pushing that 55 because that's just going to ruin everything. However, that doesn't matter in the cup cars because that third driver in the back, you need to be pushing as the third driver. So
Yeah, that is fair, but like part of it's got to do with the new draft package, right? In these trucks, the side draft is just so strong. As we did have a little bit of a wreck there, and not sure what happened. So we're gonna take a look here. All that 4 truck pack.
yeah. Oh, something happened with Steve Sizemore. He like,
It's like his brakes just ran and locked up. One of his wheel disconnected there.
yeah, he just all of a sudden just got slow.
I don't believe that brought out a caution, so we are still green. But as I was saying, with the new draft package here, the side draft is just so much stronger. So if you're pushing the pusher and you know you got that side draft trying to suck you down or suck you up the track, it is going to get these trucks really loose.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, talk about pushing the pusher. Joe Bonner is doing one heck of a job pushing, rolling around this speedway. You know, keeping them out front as that outside lane continues to struggle. As I thought Truth Hope was going to try to pass Sale there, but he decided better of it. And they're going to continue to run side by side, probably about to that 9th or 10th spot back here. And Andrew Teft.
And to your
Go ahead.
okay, to your point, that outside line is really not going anywhere right now. They were doing so good earlier in this race, but it's like the lanes have flip-flopped since the caution, right? The first part of the race, it was all the outside lane. If you wanted to make a move, you hopped up to the outside. But since that caution, the outside line has just not been working very well at all. I mean, they've been able to make up some ground, but they've not realistically had enough speed to get up here to the front, make any passes. Even, I mean, they're all over each other's bumpers. They're pushing. They're trying everything they can. They're getting side draft. I mean, there's really not much more they could do.
Right, and I mean, and this is going to sound absolutely crazy, even though this is a fixed setup series. You know, some people just can't pull people around the track. Some people just can't push people around the track. I really don't know why it works that way, seeing how it's all a fixed setup and everything. But you know, with that number 300 out front, you know, that could be a problem. You know, it's not saying that he's not a good driver. It's just his truck will not allow the people behind him to push.
Yeah, I mean, there could be anything. He could have a little bit of damage that we don't know of. I mean, he might not even know of or anything to that point. But, yeah. I mean, they are starting to make up a little bit of momentum that we started talking about him here. But they have got a few more trucks up around that outside line, so that might have something to do with it.
Oh, definitely. You know, but they're also, you know, coming out of the Trialville, you just watch these trucks and, you know, they're all over the place. And that's not exactly what you're wanting to see.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to use that side draft, but it doesn't seem like everyone is comfortable coming down there. So it's throwing off the pusher a little bit as he's not able to stay on the back bumper or the leader of the outside lane.
Yeah. As they are coming up, I believe, on that 06, I believe, of Steve Vest. As they're getting ready to put Steve Vest one lap down.
Yeah, and can we get an update on Matt Miller? I know he fell off the pack really early in this run. I don't know if he still has a little bit of damage, but it says he's out, according to your...
Yes.
All right, then.
Yep, it is showing that he is not here on track. So he's probably put up his helmet for the day. And now, finally, that outside lane is now working up next to Joe Bonner in that number 53. And now Sale, he is looking to take over the race lead almost fully down the back straightaway as they will drag race up here into turns 3 and 4. Hoke still all over the back bumper of Sale as Bonner, he's trying to make it work better with Roland, but Sale on the outside is getting the better of it, and he will now take over the race lead. He will clear that inside lane, and there he goes, and that's going to lead Truth Hoke all alone to the outside. But Truth Hoke, he's still got Rich G. Joplin in that number 89 machine, still pushing him, heading up here into turn number 1 and 2.
So I did get an update. Matt Mittler said that he fell off. I think he might have had a little bit of damage or something. And he said the racing was so good, he didn't really see a caution coming out. So I think he decided to pull over and load it up on the hauler for today, realizing that he probably wasn't going to have a good chance to get a decent finish here.
Yeah, definitely has that inside lane. All 5 cars on the outside. The 66 is down on the apron. He is going to fall back all the way to the back of the field. Very unfortunate there for that 66 as the top 5 cars kind of pinched that lower 5 cars all down onto the apron, heading up into turn number 3 that last time by. So that was definitely something else for sure.
Yeah, and he did a really good job of keeping it on the apron there. That is a lot tougher to do than some people will give credit to, because it's very easy to loop the car around right there. And we are, already 30 laps to go here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so we got 29 and a half laps left. And I think Steve Sizemore, I believe he's going to pack his truck up for the day here as well. As at 28 of Barry Nelson, he will take over the race lead thanks to Ryan Warp in that number 45. And now Kevin Haas is pushing Warp in that 45, but it's just those 2 trucks on the outside. So they're probably not going to get very far here solo, but now they will get help out of that number 53 of Joe Bonner. So Joe Bonner coming up to the top side for the first time in over 20 laps. So he's seeing what he can do up top as they will drag race the top 3 down the out of turn number 2 and now down the back straightaway. Look at the speed those 3 cars will have. The 13 will squeeze himself under, leave Joe Bonner all alone to the outside. And I think that's going to be all she wrote for Joe Bonner for now, as he's going to start to fall back. Now he's back to that 5th spot and still falling.
He's going to have to side draft like absolutely crazy to keep that, but that's just very unfortunate there. They had such a good run, but if they didn't hop down when they did, they probably would have started falling back with Joe Bonner there, I think.
Yeah, definitely, but don't worry. I saw one truck jump to the outside, and that's going to be that 98 of the Buffalo Bills driver, Andrew Teft. And he's now working on the inside or the outside of Kensley Smith, and another truck's going to jump up there as he is now catching up here to Joe Bonner. No, Bonner's going to go down and leave those 4 trucks now to the outside. I mean, I don't
think Andrew Tiff's going to mind that. He's getting a really good run here, even without having Joe Bonner up there. And it looks like Kinsley Smith's going to hop up there as well, so he will have some really good help behind him. But a couple drivers come down to pits this time, so that might have also been the reason Joe Bonner's... Oh, we got one good...
Hold on to
Save it. Save it. Oh, my gosh. Austin still definitely needs to change the pins after that one.
Oh, definitely.
A couple of these drivers coming in hot and heavy.
Oh, yeah, and while we're working on it, everybody head over to MuricaTees.com for some really cool t-shirts. And that's being put on here by Robert Morris right here, and this driver of that number 21 machine.
Yeah, sponsor of today's race is America Tees 200.
Yeah, so I already went over to their website and browsed it just a little bit, and they've got some pretty cool, interesting t-shirts, so definitely go check those out as we have our next set of drivers coming down pit road. And now these drivers will go ahead and start pulling away. And our next set of drivers, of course, it's going to be Andrew Teft, Kensley Smith, and Kirby Wayne Scott, the last ones to come down
Hey,
pit road. Of
I believe that is
course,
chicken coop racing, correct?
I believe it is Chicken Coop Racing, and here they come now down onto the apron to come down pit road. Slow up those trucks.
There's a
Beautiful.
reason why chicken coop racing works so well together, man.
I mean, that ain't no lie about that.
All right, well, let's see where they come out of pits here. As it looks like Aaron Ross about 43 seconds back still.
Yeah, so Aaron Roth, he's now going to get passed here by Barry Nelson in this four pack right here, as those cars are getting up to speed. So now that's going to make 8 truck pack right here. As you see, Ryan, is that Ryan Work? Yeah, that was Ryan Work trying to make it on the outside of Roth, but couldn't do anything with it. And that right
And you know
there
what's
is your
crazy?
separation.
I'm kind of curious if they took tires or not, because I feel like they could have did a no tire series. They've only went 20 some laps on a set of tires. You know, super speedways are not terrible on tires when it comes to trucks.
I mean, that is very true. So, according to my data, everybody probably took 4 tires out.
That is fair.
Yep. We do got 25 laps to go, and
But that is going to put Kinsley Smith, Andrew Teth, and Kirby Wainscott in a bad situation here, as they're going to have a bunch of trucks coming up on them with very high momentum. So are they going to try to block or just let them go around here?
with me knowing these guys, they're going to stick to their guns and stay to the inside. You know, that backpack, no doubt, is going to definitely start going absolutely crazy on them here in the middle of turns 1 and 2. But also at the same time, you know, they're probably just going about the same speed. That it's probably better if they just stay right behind the 3. As you see, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Another thing I was about to bring up is, you know, with the fuel window being as tight as it is here, they could be actually trying to stay behind on and save just a little bit of fuel just to be safe. You know, we could still have a green-white-checkered or anything here, and it's going to be a huge advantage if you don't have to come down a pit, right? Because it's going to give you track position.
Exactly, and you know, that's something that all of these drivers are always thinking about. You know, is when is going to be a good time to come down pits. You know, when should I come down for my last pit stop? We already know that these guys already made 2 pit stops. I believe they still need to make maybe one more, but
I think they might be good to go here. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking they shouldn't have to pit again. I know, honestly, hold on a second. Let me go check some information out right quick, all right?
all right. While he's off doing that, ladies and gentlemen, these drivers are coming down the back straightaway. Separation now starting to form between 3rd and 4th, but that quickly closes up as we have our top 10 drivers here running together, top 11, and then you're going to jump back here to this pack of 6, who just very well could catch the tail end of the lead pack. So don't count these guys out just yet. As Steve Best, he is driving all solo by himself at the moment, along with Kyle Hess. But as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, these guys are just running single file, allowing laps to wind down, as we do have 22 laps to go this time by. And right now, Kensley Smith, Andrew Teff, Kirby Wainscott, Barry Nelson, Truth Hope will be your top 5 at the moment. And so three of the 5 drivers are in the chase at this moment. And what did you find out?
So, from what I have gathered, is a couple of people might be good on fuel, and a couple of people are pushing it very, very close to the point that if they are not able to save enough, they are not going to make it. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to let anyone know, but a lot of people are about to be saving right here. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's what kind of what I was figuring. And you know, with Kensley Smith being out front at the moment, we all know his foot's all the way to the floor.
Yeah,
That
I
that
did get told you can save around 25 laps to a tank of gas here. So we were pretty close on our guesses.
yeah. So Barry Nelson in that number 28 machine, he he was leading that second pack as well. So he was full throttle there for a couple of laps versus everybody else. As you see, Truth Hoke now stuck to the outside, and with him being up here all by himself, he's now full throttle. And so now the
Yeah,
question is, will those drivers there be able to save enough to get to the end of the race?
I'm willing to bet True Toe's going to drop to the back of the field here as far back as he can so he can save as much as possible. And that's what I'm thinking. As you see him trying to drop down behind the 57.
Yeah, right where he's at now, he can sit there and, you know, be pulled and pushed with and only going probably about half throttle. So he's definitely going to
Yeah.
be saving some gas here as, you know, we see some fire coming out off the right side of these race cars, out of the exhaust pipe. So whenever you see that, these drivers are letting off the gas.
And I would imagine Kinsley Smith probably in the next maybe 5 or so laps, maybe 10. No, I'd say probably about 5. He's probably going to try to draw back and himself and save a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure. He might be good to go as they were the last trucks to pit there. And as I said earlier, I got told they could save up to 25 laps. So I am assuming the field runs about 21 to 22, if I had to guess.
Yeah, so these guys, they pit with just a little over 25 laps to go, or just about 25 laps to go for some of them. So it's definitely going to be very close to see, what these guys can do as they climb the baking here up in here turns 3 and 4 once again.
Yeah, but I mean, all strategy could go out the window as all it would take is one caution here. But we've been pretty caution free for the most part as we've only had one tonight. Currently 19 laps to go, getting ready to cross the line for 18 to go.
Yeah, definitely a very, very fun race to watch so far as these drivers continue just to sit in the line, bucking away at lap times. And let's
Yeah.
let's jump back here to this field back here of 6 drivers for just a quick moment. They are about 3.6 seconds back, but they're not really gaining much here, and
Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm afraid of.
So another thing I would like to say is, normally I would say this is about the time the aggression starts picking up, but with these drivers having to save a little bit of fuel, I'm kind of thinking the aggression's really not going to show until the last 3 laps or maybe even the last lap potentially here, because some of these drivers are going to be cutting it so close they're not going to have much of a choice. But it looks like we have an issue with that 4th place driver of what is that,
Nelson.
Barry Nelson?
Yeah, Barry Nelson. He just slid up the track in the tri-oval. Not sure if that was a bad push gone wrong or what happened there, but he's going to go ahead and stick right back behind Aaron Roth and in front of Truth Hoke in that number 55 truck. So these guys, they're teasing about peaking, to try to make it side-by-side racing here once again. But, as you said, these guys are trying to save fuel now, and it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I'm still curious how long Kinsley Smith's going to stay in the lead. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to be able to make it from there or not. So he could potentially be trying to get the drivers behind him some really good points here. But it looks like Wayne Scott's not in the chase. I'm very surprised they don't have him trying to lead the group here. But it is very hard for him to take over the lead without the other two having to fall back to the field. So.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting. And, these guys, Kinsley Smith, Andrew Teft, Aaron Roth, Barry Nelson, Timothy Eisburn, these guys up in the top 10, they've got to think points, because even if they win a race, this isn't a playoff, it's a chase, so the next string of events, that's what's going to determine our championship. So these guys also have to think about the points as well as, you know, is it going to be worth staying out front trying to defend for the race lead, or would you rather finish fifth and get all those good, valuable points there and save enough gas?
I mean, that is a plus, you know, still getting good points here, but a win is most definitely going to be your best bet if you can get it. No, it doesn't necessarily lock you in for like another round or whatever, but still really good solid points finishing first.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. You know,
Oh,
obviously you want those big points. You know,
so
but
I quick question. This is going to be off topic. I haven't got to look too much into the NASCAR playoff or chase format that they're
yes,
switching to, which I believe is a 10 race chase format.
yes,
But are they still going to be doing playoffs?
no,
And if so, how does that, or not playoffs, sorry, um, stages. I meant stages.
yes, yep. So stages are going to be the same exactly how it's been. Nothing's going to change that. They're just reverting back to the way things were back in like 2004, I think it was 2005.
So basically, the old school kind of like chase format, but we're still gonna have more ways to earn points than originally. So
Right.
if you get two good stage finishes and you get like maybe I don't know 15th place, you're still gonna get pretty decent points then.
Yep. Yep. So
Okay, that's
so
not too
so
bad.
so to win the race, you know, you get the 55 points. Um, and if you sweep, you know, both stages and the win, you can get up to 75 points. Except over at Charlotte for the 600, where you can get a total of 85 points if you sweep all four stages. Me personally, I just wish they would get rid of the stage racing because I don't like it. But that's just me. Other people love it. I'd rather see them go back to a full 36 race schedule to determine the championship. But I mean, it's a step in the right direction. So I'm happy with it.
I
And
mean, to be fair, if they went back to that type of racing, Chase Elliott would have a lot of championships because he's been very dominant in like the regular season races to the point he's typically in first when it comes to around playoff time.
oh,
But that's just my opinion.
I am going to have to send you something.
Um, well, real quick, I need to go. I will be right back in a moment. All right.
Alrighty. All right, so we are now starting to see a separation from the top three here. Kensley Smith, Andrew Teft, Kirby Wayne Scott. And then a little bit further back, you've got Austin Salem, Aaron Roth, Barry Nelson, Truth Hope, Timothy Eisberg, Ryan Wart, Richie Joplin, Kevin Haas is your top 11. They kind of starting to get a little separated here. I think they're starting to lift to try to save a little bit of fuel as we are starting to see a separation from uh, sixth on back. So things are definitely starting to get interesting here as these drivers are trying to save enough fuel as they still have uh, 10 and a half more laps to get around this circuit before they even see the checkered. So definitely
All
pretty
right, I'm
interesting.
back.
Alrighty.
Sorry. I'm having an issue with our spotter working in the Daytona race for some reason. It's not working.
Uh-oh.
But everyone's single filed out. I'm not sure what you discussed while I was going, so I'm just going to talk for a moment here. Everyone's single filed out. Fuel 7 at the moment. 10 laps to go. Kinsley Smith still in the lead. I mean, is anyone going to try to make a move here, or you think they're just going to keep it single file, as we do have another, you know, pack of cars behind them potentially looking to catch up to them?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just looking real quick. So while you were gone, you know, they're starting to separate kind of like they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, obviously right now we've got lifting happening.
Oh
These
yeah,
drivers,
100%.
yeah. So 9 laps to go. We don't know how much fuel they're going to have. It's going to be very interesting to see now who can make it all the way to the end.
Yeah, and that second pack is starting to catch up here. I mean, they've closed the gap from a 3.6 down to a 3.4. And I mean, they are gaining time here, but I still don't know if they have enough fuel to make it themselves. And I'm seeing in the chat, too early to make a move. Lap 5, you will see excitement. That is true, but it really is going to depend on if these drivers are going to be able to make it on fuel or not. I think it might even come down to like 2 laps, even the last lap, before people start trying to make moves.
Yeah, let's see what's happening here with Barry. Yeah, he's definitely not full throttle. You can hear the pitch change. Like now he's in the throttle. Now he's back at it. So yeah, so he's definitely safe. As of right now, it's Kensley Smith, Andrew Teff, Kirby Wayne Scott, the top 3. Is Kensley Smith going to have enough gas to make it all the way? Or is he going to have to give it up and fall towards the back?
I don't know, but we got about 7 more laps to find out here. As I'm trying to keep an eye on that second pack here. I'm not too sure how far. They were gaining a little bit, but it seems like they've stopped.
Yeah, they stalled out probably just about 3.5 seconds back behind them. So they're definitely not going to have any sort of impact here on the finishing order, unless if, for whatever reason, we do have a caution here in the final 6 laps.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if people do have to come to pit. When are they going to pit? That is another. Because it would, I feel like it'd be better to pit now than wait until the last. Because you can't pit with 2 to go. I believe it would be a black flag if I remember correctly.
Right. Well, no, you can still come down pit road all the way up to the last lap.
I thought 2 to go, pit road closed, I believe, but that could be just something from another game I'm thinking of.
Nope, that's only for stages.
Ah, fair enough,
Yep,
fair enough.
That's the rule for stages. As you see this
But
pack of 11 come flying down into turn 3 and 4 once again.
yeah, and I mean, we've seen a little bit of everything this race. You know, we've had some very aggressive 3-4 wide action. We've had some single file action. We've had just side by side cruising. I mean, and now we're even seeing this fuel saving. Definitely been a very eventful Talladega race today.
Yeah, for sure.
Five to go. Kensley Smith, Andrew Tett, and Kirby Wainscott, your top 3. And we're starting to see a little bit more. That gap is starting to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Oh, now there it is. They just closed it up there just a little bit.
Probably realizing it's either go time or, I mean, nothing here at this point.
This is the area I am really wanting to watch. Right between Barry Nelson, Truth Hope, Timothy Eisberg, Ryan Wart. You know, did these guys save enough fuel to get to the end? That's going to be the ultimate question.
And you know what? I think that second pack might be catching them here. They're only a second back here to the leader, so oh, looks like we
Yeah,
got someone on the apron. Not sure what happened to him.
I believe that might be the 06 of Steve Best.
Yeah, it looks like a couple people deciding it's go timers. We're starting to get back 2 wide racing here towards the back of the pack. Gonna have 3 taking it to the high side. I believe it's gonna be the 43 machine or the 13 machine. Sorry about that. So it's gonna be Hayes.
Yeah, Kevin Hayes trying to do something to the outside as they come to 3 laps to go this time by. And they're getting a good head of steam here all the way up, taking over that 6th spot and counting. And Austin Sale, he will jump up in front of them, slow that those trucks down. Andrew Teft was getting ready to jump up to defend as well, and there he goes. He will jump up in front of that 13 machine as they will run now side by side down the back straightaway. This is the first time we've seen side by side racing in just about 40 laps.
Yeah, and I believe that 4th truck on the outside line, maybe 5th. I believe it was Timothy Osborne, got really squirrely once they caught up to Andrew Tiff there. Just such a momentum change.
Yeah, definitely a big momentum change. Oh, trouble in the back. The 89's around. That's going to bring out a caution, and that will change the game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I imagine everybody here is going to have to come down pit road this time. As we got a couple people going to the apron. Not sure what's going on there.
They have to slow for the pace truck.
Ah, fair enough, fair enough.
So they were probably hollering and screaming, you know, for the pace truck to slow down, and they moved way down just to avoid it. So let's go ahead and come back here and take a look, see what happened to Richie Joplin in that number 89 machine.
It looks like he just got turned. Oh, truck on his outside got into his right rear, unfortunately.
Yeah, it looks like that number 21 of Robert Morris just absolutely right hooking him.
And hopefully that 89 machine still has a faster pair left, because now would be the time to use it.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Let's see what we can do about getting a good look here at his truck.
I believe Steve Vest is going to be getting the wave around. He is the only car scored a lap down. The other truck is, I believe, 2 laps down.
I believe so. Unless if it's, yeah, because Richie Joplin, yeah. Yep, that's right. Yeah, so Steve Vest, he should get the lucky dog, yeah. All right. This was only our second caution. I think we're going to see everybody start making their way down pit road now.
Oh, yeah, just in case of a chance for a Green-White-Checkered. I mean, a lot of these guys probably don't even have enough to make it to the end here. Oh, Kirby Wainscott staying out. That is a very, very interesting move from him. I was not expecting that one. It looks like Aaron Roth potentially staying out here as well. I believe we're going to be seeing a lot of gas and go here.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Warp staying out as well. These guys might have been able to save enough fuel.
Wow, Andrew Teft falls all the way back to that 11th spot.
If he fell that far back, he might have took a set of tires and no one else did. Not 100% sure there.
Yes. Yeah, he took 4 tires.
It is a very interesting call there. But we'll see if it pays off. I mean, I've seen people win from towards the back of the field before, so anything is possible here.
Definitely.
So I believe this will be taking us to a Green-White-Checkered.
Yes, it will. Because they're getting ready to cross over into lap 75. No, they're working lap 75 now. Why do you always make me question myself?
Hey, man.
Yep.
I mean, that's just part of my job, sir.
Yep, they're working lap 75.
All right, so should be the first of 3 Green-White-Checkered attempts here, as each driver should be getting ready to line back up side by side this time, and we will be going green flag racing again very shortly. Be prepared for Mike to blow your eardrums, as he is about to get very excited.
Oh, shut up.
Go ahead
Everybody
and
loves it.
cut your volume down to 5 instead of 10, and be very prepared. If you're wearing a headset, I suggest you put some earplugs in as well. I'm completely joking here.
No, he ain't. You could take your earbuds off and you'll still be able to hear me.
Dude screamed so loud a couple weeks ago he completely lost his voice.
Facts.
I will say he gets very excited sometimes, so nothing wrong with it though. Nothing wrong with it at all.
You know what? If you're not excited calling a race and your viewers don't hear it, how are they supposed to be excited for it? Come on.
I mean, that is a fair point, but I'm a very monotone person, so my excitement does not come through sometimes.
Well, I mean, obviously.
Listen, that's why they call me the stats guy and you the broadcaster, okay?
Alrighty.
Holy, stack up. Sorry about that. I was looking at this Daytona race, and I think 4 cars just wrecked.
Yeah, it's a long race. Long race.
Yeah.
You guys are
No
what?
reason to be trying to make moves.
Yeah, you guys are what? 4 hours in?
We're about 19 hours and 24 minutes left in the race, so about 4.5.
Yeah.
A little over. No point in making moves like that this early. I mean, only 20 hours left to try to gain positions, you know. No big deal.
Oh, yeah. And as the tricky part is survive the night.
Yeah, as it is finally starting to get dark there at Daytona International Speedway. But back to Talladega here as we are side by side getting to go green flag.
Yep.
I believe Kirby Wainscott going to be leading us back to the green here in the restart zone.
Yep, Kirby Wainscott, Aaron Roth will bring us back to the green flag here at Talladega Superspeedway. And Kirby Wainscott, he will quickly get clear. And Roth, he will quickly move down. And here comes Kensley Smith to the outside. He's looking to possibly try to get clear of Bonner. But no, they're going to still run side by side for that third or fourth spot now. I don't even know what position they're running for anymore. But all I know is Kensley Smith, he's coming strong on the outside, getting a really good push there by that 45 machine of Ryan Warp. And here they come now down the back straightaway up into turn number 3. No, that is not Warp behind him. That is actually Joe Bonner behind him, getting that number 15 a little bit sideways.
And they're 3 wide. Andrew Test sending it down the middle, trying to get some position.
Oh, trouble!
Got a big wreck coming down the front stretch. Are they going to be able to cross the line before the yellow comes out?
Caution.
Nope. Oh, Andrew Test hard into the wall.
Andrew Taft hard into that outside wall. Austin Sale in that number 24 300 truck. Engine blown. Joe Bonner in that number 53. He has to get a tow. That very well could be the end to his race. Oh, no.
There's going to be some a big event here of the people that stayed out. Are they going to have enough fuel to try to do another Green-White-Checkered?
That's a really good question. But
so that's going to be Wainscott. Go ahead.
Before we get to that, let's take a look here and see what happened. As you guys see, Bonner all over the back bumper of Kensley. And Oh, that 92 just gets...
Wow.
Where the hell did the 92 come from?
It looks like 92 was on the apron, tried to come back up. Not,
Yeah.
we might have to rewind it even more here.
Yeah,
I
so...
feel like there's a little more to that.
Yeah, so he was all the way down on the apron. So that number 24 machine of Sale just bumping him in the corner. Big no-no. So that got him sideways, and he was just trying to make his way back up track. But the 300 decided he's going to stay down, and that's going to turn him right up into the back of that number 53 of Joe
And with the
Bonner.
53 being all over the back bumper of, I believe that was Kinsley Smith, I'm surprised Kinsley Smith didn't go around with the 53 there.
Yeah.
I see 24 coming back up on the track. Andrew Teff trying to go down to avoid it there, going to get into somebody's front bumper, tries to
that's
save
the
it, and it
one
sends
of
him
the
right back up towards the wall.
Yeah, that's the one of Casil, and then he gets clobbered from behind by that number 28 machine of Barry Nelson. So definitely very unfortunate there for quite a few of these drivers. But Joe Bonner, he's going to come in. He's going to use up, hopefully use up his fast repair. Yeah. So he's now down and away. Well, I mean, these guys, I think this is the first time any of these guys actually really had any true damage.
Yeah, honestly, well, except for that, we did have a wreck early, but I think most of those guys was towards the back of the field. As I don't think they used their fast repair, so.
And now this is going to get interesting again because we have once again another Green-White-Checkered setup. And before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and just step away, take a small quick break, and we'll return with the action.
Always struggling to find a shirt that screams patriotism and respect? MuricaTees.com has the answer. Slip one on and feel the pride of our super soft cotton blends that'll feel like a hug from Uncle Sam himself. Bold designs honor our heroes, America, and channel your inner smart ass. They're perfect for Memorial Day parties or just flexing your American spirit on a Tuesday. Our badass shirts will make you feel like a bald eagle with his wings tucked in tight, brother. Worn by those who truly get it and are unapologetically American. Show your gratitude and love for our country and everything she stands for. Grab yours today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Talladega Superspeedway, as we are getting ready to finish up the final, or the first round of the chase to the championship. And let me tell you what, it has been incredible racing all day long. The field is currently heading up into turns of 3 and 4, and that means we're just going to get ready to go back green flag racing here in just a couple moments. If you guys absolutely have enjoyed what you have seen here today, let's go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell to get notification when we go live again. We will be live once again Man, I don't even know when. We got so many fun events coming up, guys.
Let me check here. I believe we have a race January
Tomorrow.
17th, Gen 4 at Rockingham. We also got the Daytona 500 February 1st.
Yeah, so I mean, we got a lot of really good fun racing. So we'll be live tomorrow night, Gen 4 at Rockingham, starting at 9 p.m. for 157 laps. Really good fun racing, but we're about to go back green flag racing right here at Talladega Superspeedway, and the green flag is back out. Once more, Green-White-Checkered. Haas and Casil will bring them to the green flag. And Terry Fennell in that number 50 machine, your first chase driver on the inside in that lower lane. So let's see what he can do. As that 13, he's going to go up, block the outside. That's going to open up the door for Fennell to make a run now for the race lead. As there's more contact, as they're running about 5 wide back here on the back straightaway. I can't even count 6 wide. What are these guys doing? 4 wide up into the banking, 2 rows deep. What are we seeing here at Talladega Superspeedway? These guys fighting hard to get to the race, or to get to the front of the field, as we have trouble here in the back. Caution's going to be out once again. Barry Nelson involved. That number 21 of Robert Morris is involved. Joe Bonner, Jack Kelly, Steve Cassell is in this one. Robert Morris, yeah, Timothy Eisberg. What in the world were these guys just thinking? Look, we're going to have to go back. Okay. Look at this, guys. 4 wide, 2 rows deep. All right, whose fault is it? That 57 giving that 55 a good push right there. The hole closing up here on Kensley Smith. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks, from my perspective, I'm really thinking that's
Right
the push
there.
going wrong there.
Right there. Joe Bonner got into the 20 or the 38, and that just sent all those drivers. Look at the 38 go on its side. The 28 also going airborne. Luckily comes back down. And hard impact there for that number 92 machine and the 53 of Eisburn and Joe Bonner.
And I do think this will be their final attempt at a Green-White-Checkered this time. So these drivers are going to have to try to get it sorted out very quickly here. A lot of these guys are probably don't have a fast repair list, so they're going to have to try to get as much damage fixed as they can before we go to our final Green-White-Checkered attempt.
Yeah. Alright, so hopefully some of these drivers that are coming down pit road, these guys will have hopefully a fast repair for them. As we see Ryan Warp coming down, Aaron Rowland coming down, Truth Oak coming down, Robert Morris, Steve Cassell.
Well, sir, with this being potentially the last Green-White-Checkered, how hard are these drivers going to be pushing to try to get up here to the front?
Even harder. So this is going.
So we're saying not 10, but 20 on the excitement knob.
Definitely.
All right.
Because this is it. This is the final restart. Whatever happens here happens. And right now, Terry Fennell in that number 50 truck, he has got it made.
Yeah, and I will say Andrew Tett and Kinsley Smith working their way back up through the field after that most recent caution. So they're back in a good spot after they did have to drop back, I believe, to take fuel and possibly being involved in the caution before this one.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, our chase drivers are spread out through the field here. I mean, we got what 6 in the top 10.
Yeah, so we got 6.
Oh, we
in the
got
top
2 on the
10.
outside of the top 10.
Yeah, 8 in the top 12.
It's like we're missing a couple of chase drivers here as well.
Yes, there's those 8. Yeah. So I think only 8 of our 12 chase contenders are actually here in the race today. So that's going to be big for you know, Steve Vest and everybody else further on in the back. Let's go ahead and take a look at our championship standings here once more, if they will show it.
I'm just glad your OBS is finally cooperating after the first little bit here.
Yeah, so this is actually going to be a really big day for Steve Cassell, Steve Vest, Jack Kelly, Rob Yost. Yeah, Yost is in here today.
Is Kelly in here?
Jack Kelly? Yeah, he's up in that 10th
Yeah.
spot.
Okay, sorry about that. Timothy
Oh,
Osborne's here.
Stidham
Ryan
is
Warren's
not
here.
here. Stidham is not here. Smith?
Ah.
Roth is here. Yes, Stidham.
Yeah, unless they got some sort of a starting park, that is going to put them in a very bad spot because they're going to have a lot of points they have to make up here. So they're going to be looking to try to win a few races.
Yep, definitely. It's going to be very interesting for sure.
But final Green-White-Checkered attempt. We are side by side again here, and it should be going green flag this next time by. And as Mike said earlier, I do believe the excitement is going to be maxed out here. We're probably going to be above maxed out as these drivers are going to give and everything they got to try to win or just get a good points day. I had a little bit of a stutter there. Sorry about that, folks.
It's all right. No worries there.
Starting to sound like Porky the Pig. That's all, folks. You know.
But let me tell you what, that is not all, folks, as these drivers have one more green-white-checkered attempt. Terry Fennell looking to bring it home. Richie Joplin looking to make some chaos for our chase drivers. Who else is up here? Wayne Scott looking to make some noise up here with your chase drivers. Ken Haas in that number 13 machine come from that 6th spot to take home the win. Or will it be one of our championship contenders? That's what it's going to be all about.
Still out either.
Yes. I mean, it's all going to be going crazy right here. Down into the United Rentals restart zone, and we are green flag racing once again here at... Oh, are you kidding? There it goes.
Oh, there we go.
Talladega Superspeedway. Whoa, I thought my OBS was about to cut out on me. Right now, Kirby Wayne's got Terry Fennell out to a really good start. That number 98, Andrew Teft, he jumped down on the inside. He's leaving the number 89 of Richie Joplin to hang out to the outside. Kevin Haas in that number 13 machine stuck out there as well. But here comes Wayne Scott taking over the race lead from from Fennell. And here comes Kensley Smith taking over that 2nd spot. Here they come now, looking on the inside. If those guys are going to come down, they need to come down now. Oh, Kensley Smith, he is pushing Wayne Scott as hard as he can. But right now, Terry Fennell is right there in the grasp of Kensley Smith. Are they just going to ride it out for less than another lap? We're about to find out. White flag is up in the air. Now it's game on. 2.66 miles left. Anything goes here. And here comes that outside lane trying to make something work out there. Not able to do it. And here comes Andrew Teft in that number 98. Once again looking to go solo. Not able to do it as that inside lane will quickly close with Steve Vest and Austin Sale. As there's contact between Vest and Teft. So now it's these 3 out front. Wayne Scott, Kensley Smith, Terry Fennell. It is 1, 2, 3. Who is going to make the move? Will Wayne Scott take home the win? Will he be changing it up here today? Right now, Kensley Smith, he is slowing down to allow Wayne Scott for the race win as they will come across the line. Couple cars spinning in the tribal. Kirby Wayne Scott will win here at Talladega. Kensley Smith second, Terry Fennell third, Steve Vest fourth, and Austin Sale will bring it home fifth.
Yeah, and a really good points day for 5 of our chase contenders here, all within the top 10. Got a couple people on the outside looking in here. I believe Timothy Osborne 13th and 2 other drivers possibly even further back than that. So overall, pretty good for most of the chase drivers today. Just unfortunately, some people getting caught in that wreck right before the last lap.
Yeah, definitely very unfortunate there for a couple of these drivers for sure. But man, what a finish to this race. I don't think we could have asked for a better opener to this chase than what we just got to witness here today. Oh man, I'm just overexcited with how it all went down today.
Yeah, very roller coaster of emotions here for this race today. As you know, we had a little bit of some side by side action. We had fuel strategy. We had a late race caution leading to a lot of good action there as well.
Yeah, definitely. And man, just these guys having a lot of fun right now. Before we get on with interviews, let's go ahead and take a look at our finishing order. There we go. So Kirby Wayne Scott for Chicken Coop will bring it home first. Kensley Smith, Terry Fennell, Steve Vest in that number 4th spot. Really great day there for Steve Vest, Austin Sale. Andrew Teft will bring it home 6th. Richie Joplin, Ryan Warp, Kevin Haas. Robert Morris will bring it home 10th. Aaron Rowland, Joe Bonner, Jack Kelly, Aaron Roth, Timothy Eisburn, Barry Nelson, Steve Cassell, Truth Hook, Trevor Fetzig, Kyle Hess, Matt Metler, Steve Sizemore, and Joey Castle, unable to get his machine fired up for the race today, will bring it home 23rd for 23rd points. So still some sort of points here for him today. But ladies and gentlemen, let's take one small break. And when we come back, we'll talk to our top 3.
Always struggling to find a shirt that screams patriotism and respect? MuricaTees.com has the answer. Slip one on and feel the pride of our super soft cotton blends that'll feel like a hug from Uncle Sam himself. Bold designs honor our heroes, America, and channel your inner smart ass. They're perfect for Memorial Day parties or just flexing your American spirit on a Tuesday. Our badass shirts will make you feel like a bald eagle with his wings tucked in tight, brother. Worn by those who truly get it and are unapologetically American. Show your gratitude and love for our country and everything she stands for. Grab yours today.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway. where we just finished round one of the chase for the championship. Dakota LaRue had a run off as he was getting ready to possibly jump in the car for his Daytona 24. So good luck to Dakota and everybody else that is running out there. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not wait any longer. Let's go ahead and talk with our top three, starting with Terry Fennell, driver in that number 50 machine. Terry, this is Mike up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Mike, I sure do.
Man, what a amazing race for you in that Grizzly number 50 machine. Talk us through your race. You know, you kept it clean up front all day long, and how fast was that number 50 on that final restart?
Uh, I got kind of a sore throat. It was pretty fast. I didn't know exactly just. I knew I had some boys behind me, and I knew they was probably gonna go to the outside. Wasn't sure. My thing was keep it on the inside. If they went around me, they just went around me.
Yeah, definitely. As you know, the big point picture is points for sure. You know, you finishing up third here today, that's going to give you some massive points heading into the next couple of races. So what's your thought process for the final, I believe, three races of the season?
I just want to finish.
Yeah. All right. So next week, we are heading to Atlanta in the next gen. What's your plans in Atlanta? How well do you do there?
Uh, is it the new Atlanta or old Atlanta? I hadn't checked.
It's going to be the new Atlanta.
It ain't I ain't too good, but I ain't too bad. Kind of in between. I think I'll be okay. I want to stay out of trouble and finish up front.
Yeah, that's definitely a really good a good choice there for sure. Before I let you go today, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, my wife and kids for supporting me in my old habit, and y'all for putting this on, and Andrew, KC Designs, Admin Box. Just want to tell everybody appreciate what y'all do.
Absolutely. Alrighty, well, I will let you go, Terry. Congratulations once again on your third place finish here, and we will see you next week in Atlanta.
Okay, Mike, appreciate it.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 50 Grizzly machine. Now let's go ahead and bring up your second place driver of that number 15 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet, Kensley Smith. Kensley, what a day for you. You know, started in the back, came up to the front, went back to the back, came back to the front as always. And how fast was that number 15 machine again?
Kind of messed up my settings a little bit before this race, and kind of had a dead spot in the middle of my wheel, so it was kind of frustrating and hard this go around. I guess I just gave myself a challenge this time. I guess.
Well, I mean, challenge or not, I mean, still coming up front. You know, top three. This is definitely going to extend your points lead. Um, Heading into Atlanta next week. Talk about Atlanta. How's your success there, and what you got to do next week to keep your point standings lead?
I think the last time we did a Atlanta race, I won it. So um, it's kind of the same as all restrictor plates. I mean, you have to watch out for tire wear and stuff like that. And that's a little bit different than a normal um, restrictor plate race. So just kind of have to manage my time there. Not get into anything stupid. That track is tighter than these tracks are, so it's a lot easier to get yourself into some trouble. So just have to kind of stay focused and try to stay out of everybody else's business and just run my own race when it comes to Atlanta.
Definitely. And before I let you go today, Kensley, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Of course, you guys in the booth as always. Gonna be a fun one to rewatch, especially on that. I think it was the second Green-White-Checkered with 4 wide going into 3 and all that stuff. So that'll be fun to rewatch. And of course, Andrew for putting on all these league races with us or for us. Racing pretty much every night of the week. If you're looking to join the league and you're watching, there should be a link in the description. And of course, the sponsor of this race, Murica Tees, supporting Racers Elite is always a great thing, especially when it comes to us drivers, because that leaves a little bit of wiggle room for Andrew to pay broadcasters and stuff, so we can make sure that we have broadcasters for every race that we do. And of course, my wife and my daughter for allowing me to do this on a Friday night. We could have gone out somewhere or done something, but they allowed me to do this, and just like every Friday night, I wouldn't be able to do this without them.
Definitely. Well, congratulations once again, Kensley, on your second place finish, and we will see you next week when we head to Atlanta.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 15 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet, Kensley Smith. Let's bring up the man of the hour, driver of that number 10 Racers Elite Toyota, Kirby Wayne Scott. Kirby, what a day for you, starting in the back, working your way to the front, and you finally got another win here in Racers Elite. Talk us through your day and what did it take to get that race win here today?
First off, I'll give a shout out to Robert Morris, and he sponsored the race tonight, the Murica Tees. So first, give shout out to him. But yeah, plan was not to qualify, stay in the back, keep clean, and then wait till the last pit stop, and then kind of put ourselves in a good spot there. Me, Kinsley, and Andrew did a good job of being clean, and that last pit stop, we were the 3 that stayed out longer than anybody, so we were able to get out in front of the pack and be able to control everything until that caution came out.
Yeah, that was definitely a very interesting strategy for you guys, and as you said, it played out very well into your guys' favor. Keeping you guys out front. Next week we head over to Echo Park, aka Atlanta. What's your plans as we head into Atlanta, and how much do you really want to shake up this championship chase for these chase contenders?
Yeah, that's what I mean, Andrew and Kinsley were both in the playoffs, so I was kind of telling them that's why when that caution came out, I decided to stay out because I was about half a lap to the good, and I wasn't going for points or anything in the standings. So I'm like, yeah, I am either gonna finish last or first, so it doesn't really matter to me. So, but yeah, let's see, we're going to Echo Park. Is that where you said?
Yes, sir. Echo Park in the Gen
Yeah,
6. I'm sorry,
in the
next
Gen
gen.
6.
Next gen. I'm sorry.
Well, I think we just had a race there on Thursday night, on our Thursday nights, a little while back in Atlanta. And if I remember correctly, the top lane was a no-go. It was basically stay on the bottom, and if you got some good teammates with you on the bottom, there's not a whole lot momentum that can be gained on the outside. I don't know if it's a new update or something that they did with the next gen cars, but yeah. So I think we're probably going to see a lot of single file. There might be some guys try the outside, but it's going to be. It would take a really, really, really good effort by some guys to make that outside lane work.
Yeah, so it sounds like we're definitely in for a very interesting week next week, just like it was here today. Before I let you go, Kirby, is there anybody else that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Andrew for putting up with us Yahoos on a daily basis. He does a good job of keeping us in line, and I mean, we're basically running a race every day of the week, it seems like, at this point. So shout out to him. Give a shout out to Kinsley for helping out tonight. He gave me a pretty good push there on the last lap. I told him though that he better not get behind me because he wasn't gonna get around me. So gotta give him a little dig there. But and also thanks to him for doing the wrap of my car. He does a good job with that. KS Designs. If anybody wants to get a really cool looking car on track, give him a shout out. And thanks to you there in the booth, Mike, for doing a good job. Always enjoy going back and rewatching the broadcast. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I definitely love what I do up here for you guys with Racers Elite. Well, congratulations on winning the Murica Tees 200 here at Talladega, and we will see you next week in Echo Park.
Alrighty, thank you, sir.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is your race winner, Kirby Wainscott. What an incredible race all around it was. Only 2 cautions for 90, maybe like 95% of the race, and then they came back swinging with a couple extra cautions at the end to really give us a good 4-wide racing, good 3-wide, and as always, it came down to the final lap. What an incredible race. Congratulations to Kirby Wainscott. Again, you ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Murica Tees for coming on board with us today. So head over to Murica. It's MURICATs.com. And definitely go and check them out. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And always remember, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you do in life, have fun doing it. If it's not fun, you go out and you make it fun. And as always, you have yourself a good time zone. And we'll see you tomorrow night for the Gen 4s at Rockingham Speedway, 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a great time zone.
Always struggling to find a shirt that screams patriotism and respect? MuricaTees.com has the answer. Slip one on and feel the pride of our super soft cotton blends that'll feel like a hug from Uncle Sam himself. Bold designs honor our heroes, America, and channel your inner smart ass. They're perfect for Memorial Day parties or just flexing your American spirit on a Tuesday. Our badass shirts will make you feel like a bald eagle with his wings tucked in tight, brother. Worn by those who truly get it and are unapologetically American. Show your gratitude and love for our country and everything she stands for. Grab yours today.